Hello everyone. Welcome back. Today I'm gonna show two very interesting thing regarding related to MCP. So first one is how we can expose our existing API endpoints as an MCP server to AI agent so that it can be consumed by AI agents. And let's assume that we have existing endpoints, we have multiple endpoints, and we want to expose only few endpoints or a particular endpoints. So earlier we have seen that we have written a separate flow and converted our API into MCP servers, and it can be consumed by AI agents. Now we don't need to write a separate MCP flow. So if we have suppose any existing endpoint and we want to expose, so we just need to add MCP tool listener over here in the source, and then we can just deploy, and it can be consumed by AI agent. So we'll just see this one. And the second thing is I have deployed this API and applied the client ID enforcement policy. So how we can pass client ID enforcement, client ID secret, so that it can be validated, and then it can respond with the valid result, right? So first thing, let's see. This is the endpoint. So I want to expose this endpoint, get employee ID. So we'll just we need to add the dependency of MCP, and then we'll drag the MCP tool. So it was already added. So let's see, I have deleted this and we'll add the separate one. So we'll add this streamable HTTP server, and we can give the name MCP demo. So here mule MCP server 1.0.0. Okay, now we'll just click on OK. So now the configuration is basic on settings is added, and we can give the name fetch employee details by ID. We can give the description retrieve employee details by employee ID, or by default set employee ID as 1. We can give the parameter schema because we don't have any required fields. So now responses will add payload dot raw. We can add this assistant priority 1. Okay, so now it is ready, and we'll just try to deploy it, and then it will be ready to consume by AI agent. So we can see this is all this API is already deployed to Cloud Hub. So we can see if you can, this is the URL. So but it was not deployed with this MCP tool listener. So we can just check this employee by one, and this is the client ID secret. If we are not passing, then we should give authentication error 401, authentication denied. So now it is it should respond with. So this is already deployed. So I have added this MCP tool listener for this endpoint, and it's getting deployed. So now this cursor settings, right? So this should be the HTTP localhost, correct? And MCP demo, we have given the name, and this is the same client ID and secret 9FAB, 9FAB, yeah. So this is the correct one. So this is how we need to pass the headers with the value client ID and secret. And this is the URL to which this MCP servers, I mean, this is needs to be connected, right? So we'll just see, we'll wait for this API to be deployed and let's see if it works. So now it's very cool thing, right? We have multiple endpoints, and if organization wants to expose only a particular endpoint, so we don't need to rewrite everything. So we just need make use of existing implementation, and we just add the tool listener on top of this so that it can be exposed, right? So yeah, it's getting deployed. Yeah, it's deployed. Now I'll just enable it. So one tools is enabled. Fetch employee details by ID, which we have given the name, right? Here we have given the name of fetch employee details by ID. So the same is enabled. Now we'll ask, can you retrieve employee details for employee ID 2? So this call fetch employee details by ID. So this tool is being invoked. Here we go. So this is the name of the employee ID 2, Umair Khan, and these are all the information. And if we want to, if we don't pass this valid client ID credentials, so it should not retrieve the correct. So let's clear all chats and we'll just disable it. So I have just, given wrong client ID. So we'll just see if it is now. Can you retrieve employee details for employee ID 1? If it is not, retrieving from the stored information, then it should. So it is actually it is giving it is giving the response from the stored information. Okay, if I redeploy it and then again enable it, so it should not give this proper response. It should respond with 401. So this is how we have to pass this client ID enforcement, client ID credentials from the cursor MCP, and this is how we can expose our particular endpoints as an MCP server. So hope you like it, and yeah, keep learning. Thanks everyone.